Hey guys, what's up? All those top trading reviews. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Today I'm going to show you an awesome indicator that actually shows where to enter the trade. It's like a signals indicator. It is a little bit sprayed. What I mean by that, it shows the indicator later on, but you can definitely make this work with your own price action analysis, and I'm going to show you today how to use it and gain great results using this awesome indicator. So stay tuned and hope you enjoy. Right, so we're here on the Euro GBP currency pair. What we're gonna do is find the indicator. So we're gonna go into the indicator section. Let's just find actually transient zones V1.1. So we use that one. We use the default settings. Nothing is changed. As you can see, inputs, H left, H10, everything's fine, right? What we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you basically how to use this strategy. As you can see, once the market tailgates, it gives a lot of signals, and that's not what we really want. We want the market trending. How do we know it's trending? Well, it's going towards the upside. 1 2 3 touch pattern, right? As you can see, 1 2 touch, pretty much 3 touches here or here. Touch pattern confirms a nice uptrend. But what we want is basically, because if we use this strategy, as you can see, it's not going to show straight away that is trending towards the upside. What we're gonna do is need to wait a little bit. So look, we're still waiting, and boom, this is where it's actually showing us to enter the trade towards the upside. Of course, we wouldn't have known in here the 1 2 3 touch pattern, but this indicator is telling us that very likely it's gonna start shooting towards the upside. As you can see, we had 2 of these indicators, so more than likely if you entered towards the upside a little bit earlier, you would have already saw this trade towards the upside. But I personally like to use this trade is, let's say if we have 25 and 50 moving average, I like the candlesticks to be shooting towards the upside or be the downside. It cannot just stay inside like here. It's not trending, there's not much volatility. We cannot really trade with this indicator per se. That's not the way you trade with this indicator. The way you do it is you find a lot of momentum. The best momentum you can find is maybe have a look at the economic calendar. Something really economically happens. Let's say the Chinese yen gains a lot of great data. We go back to, let's say this is not Euro GBP, this is Chinese US dollar or something. It gains great data, so we know that the Chinese yen will probably be positive, start shooting up, right? So once we see something in regards to that, the candlesticks will probably shoot towards the upside above the moving averages, right? So after that, we wait for the indicator. Once we see this indicator, we can enter the trade towards the upside, guaranteed. We also, if price action, we know that more than likely it's going to have a pullback towards the previous area of sensitivity and then shoot towards the upside. But this indicator per se kind of shows you and confirms you. It's just like an RSI indicator or something like that. It's just a extra confirmation for you guys to know that your analysis, your price action analysis per se, is correct. So let's say you analyzed everything from the monthly, weekly, daily, and to the 4-hourly time frame. You know where the market is probably heading. You need more indication. Boom, this arrow, this green arrow appears. You're like full of confidence and enter the trade towards the upside. So let's see what would happen. We are going down and then boom, shooting towards the upside. So of course, if you're trading on the 4-hourly time frame, let's just use one of these. Let's say we enter maybe, I don't know, here somewhere, right? We would have like 80 pips, stop loss anyway. 80 to 60 pips, is the usual norm for the 4-hourly time frame. Since the 4-hourly candles are quite big, you cannot just trade with 20 stop loss or something like that. That's not how you trade Forex. 80 is pretty good. I like to use 80 most of the time. So let's say 80, that's where the moving averages would have been. As you can see, look where the moving averages are. So even if it pulled back towards the downside, more than likely it's going to be respected by the moving averages, going towards the upside. The 25 and 50 moving average acts as a support in this case, saving my bank balance, my account size, and shooting towards the upside yet again. So this indicator kind of confirms what we actually think. If we do your price action, we know it's a new higher high as well. Let's say we were drawing horizontal lines, we would know that this is a area of sensitivity. And once it's broken, with a bullish engulfing candle close, more than likely it's gonna, find bullish pressure. We see this nice trend line developing, of course, 1 2 3 touch pattern. As I said, we see this green candle, we are shooting towards the upside yet again, killing the market as always. Now let's have a look quickly on somewhere here. Maybe look, it's not gonna show the indicator, and that's what I despite with this indicator. I wish it showed it a little bit earlier, but you would know, right? Let's use the rectangle tool. Let's say this is a area of resistance, right? Clear area of resistance. We see even the indicator previously showing that this was an area of sensitivity. So what we could do is use the brush tool. In this case, we know this is an area of sensitivity. If you use the RSI, then you would get, these candlestick patterns as well. We know it's going to turn around in this area of sensitivity, shoot towards the downside. So that's where I would have personally entered. But if we wait for, this indicator, let's say, to appear, you see it appeared only here, but it's a good position to appear for this indicator, although it's saying the signal's down yet again, but it's a good position for the indicator to show up because it just broke the moving averages. What does it mean? If it breaks the moving averages, the 25 and 50, very likely it's going to continue to shoot towards the downside for a period of time. So let's have a look. Boom, going towards the downside, right? We enter somewhere here, obviously not as influential trade in this case, but nonetheless you could have made a profit of like 40 pips or so. So maybe if you're doing 3 take profit levels, take profit 1 2 and 3, 40 pips to 30 pips is pretty damn good for a first take profit level. You would put your SL to entry for risk-free management, and boom, there we go. You end off, you killed the trade, you secured the trade, and even if it pulls back then towards the upside, you already secured the trade. You're not losing any more money. You made money from the market, and that's all I'm saying. And you can use the same examples here as well. The candlestick, let's say, appears a little bit later. Let's say here, I believe, there we go, it appears somewhere around here. Look, it's moving averages going towards the downside. The indicators here, we know it's a huge selling pressure because it moved towards the downside 3 times, right? Shooting down, shooting down, shooting down, right? We know this is a good area of sensitivity. More than likely, if we enter a trade for a sell trade somewhere around this area, it'll probably shoot down. So let's see, and boom, look, it's respecting it, reaching 75 pip profit or something in regards to that. Obviously stop loss would have been somewhere around here. I would have maybe increased it to 100 pips in this case, because as you can see, the price action was around this area, just in case it shoots towards the upside, then starts respecting the horizontal area of sensitivity, and we are dropping back down for profits. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little indicator, little price action analysis that I'm doing. Obviously this ain't perfect, but nothing's perfect in Forex. What you need to do is learn a little bit and acknowledge that these indicators do work, but you just need to play around with them. So make sure to play around with them and comment down below if you found any success with it. If you want to join my VIP trading signals, you're more than welcome to. We are dominating the markets. Take care, guys. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe and goodbye.